Welcome to Simply Fun's online school of playology. Experience the suspense and excitement of disguise while sharpening your skills of strategy and risk management with Simply Fun's game of masquerade, Suits of Disguise. Suits of Disguise is designed to be played by 2 to 4 players who are ages 10 and up. Every Suits of Disguise game box contains 50 disguise cards, representing 5 colored suits with point values from 8 to 12. There are also 50 reveal tokens, stored in a handy cloth storage bag. Throughout the game, if you collect a lot of reveal tokens, you may lose points at the end of the game, so you want them to stay in the bag. You'll also find 4 Not My Masquerade tiles, one given to each player. These tiles wipe out all points and all penalties on a given round. Use them wisely. Finally, you'll find 1 score pad and a pencil to keep score during the game. Players will learn strategy skills by building their suits to determine if they will gain more points or penalties in a round. They'll also learn risk versus reward by choosing to avoid penalties and give back points in a round. Or not. No one knows until the end of the game if the risk was worth it. To prepare for the first round, shuffle the disguise cards and place the stack in the center of the table. Give each player 1 Not My Masquerade tile. Place the bag of reveal tokens where everyone can reach them, and set out the score pad and pencil. To start the game, the first player begins by dealing 3 disguise cards, face up, in the center of the table. This is the scoring line, which represents the suits that will score points during this round. The cards should be placed in sequential order, and each of the 3 cards must be from a different suit. If the same suit is dealt more than once, place the repeated card on the bottom of the deck and flip over a new card. Now, deal each player 9 disguise cards. Players will keep their cards hidden and group them together by suit, with all the same number cards grouped together. Place the remaining disguise cards in the center of the table. This is the disguise deck. Flip over 1 card to start the discard pile. The player to the left of the dealer goes first. On each turn, players draw a new card from the top of the disguise deck or discard pile. They can choose to keep the card, discard it, or discard another card from their hand. Consider each round a masquerade party. All suits are invited, but only some win points. The goal is to collect the most cards in the suits from the scoring line, while also collecting cards from other suits. The player with the least in every suit receives a reveal token. Once a player takes a card and discards a card, his turn is over, and play continues counterclockwise until a player, any player, decides to end the round. This happens when that player thinks he has built the highest point total and says, "End this masquerade!" Players can do this at any time during the round, even on the first turn of the round. The player who ends the round receives 1 reveal token for ending the round. All players then compare their cards, suit by suit, and count their disguise card points. The player with the most cards in each of the scoring line suits wins that number of points. For example, whoever has the most 10s wins 10 points. If there's a tie, both players win points. As each suit is compared, players with the least disguise cards in any suit, including suits not in the scoring line, receive a reveal token. If someone has 0 cards in a suit, they will receive 2 reveal tokens. After the points and penalties are handed out, each player gets to decide if he'd like to use his Not My Masquerade tile on that round. The tile can only be used once a game, but does not need to be used at all. If the Not My Masquerade tile is used, the player forfeits all points for that round, but all reveal tokens are returned to the bag as well. This is a strategic move to get rid of penalties associated with reveal tokens, which may or may not result in points deducted from final scores at the end of the game. The scorekeeper finalizes the scores, and the round is over. Play continues with the player to the left of the scorekeeper. He now gathers all 50 disguise cards, shuffles them, and begins a new round, repeating all the actions above. To determine final scores, players calculate their points on the score pad and count their number of reveal tokens. The player with the most reveal tokens loses 15 points, and the player with the second most reveal tokens loses 10 points. If there is a tie for the most or second most tokens, multiple players may lose 15 or 10 points. Those points are deducted from their total scores. No other players lose points. The player with the highest final score wins the game. Get your disguise on and celebrate the excitement of the masquerade with Simply Fun's Suits of Disguise.